Speaking section. The speaking section tests your ability to communicate in English in an academic setting. During the test, you will be presented with 4 speaking questions. The questions ask for a response to a single question, a talk, or a lecture. The prompts and questions are presented on time. You may take notes as you listen, but notes are not graded. You may use your notes to answer the questions. Some of the questions ask for a response to a reading passage and a talk or a lecture. The reading passages and the questions are written, but the directions will be spoken. Your speaking will be evaluated on both the fluency of the language and the accuracy of the content. You will have 15 to 20 seconds to prepare and 45 to 60 seconds to respond to each question. Typically, a good response will require all of the response time and the answer will be complete by the end of the response time. You will have about 17 minutes to complete the speaking section. A clock on the screen will show you how much time you have to prepare each of your answers and how much time you have to record each response.
You will now be asked a question about a familiar topic. After you hear the question, you will have 15 seconds to plan your response and 45 seconds to speak.
Do you agree or disagree that successful people should try new things and take risks rather than only doing what they already know how to do well?
You will now read a short passage and then listen to a conversation on the same topic. You will then be asked a question about the passages. After you hear the question, you will have 30 seconds to prepare your response and 60 seconds to speak. You have 45 seconds to read the passage below.
Did you hear about the new heating policy? They're lowering the temperature in classroom buildings next semester.
Yes, I read the announcement. I think it's a great idea. The university needs to cut costs, and this is an easy way to save money.
But don't you think it'll be too cold? I'm not sure it's worth the discomfort.
It's just a 2-degree difference. We can wear an extra layer if needed. Besides, I agree with the administration that sustainability is important. We should be doing our part to reduce energy consumption.
The woman expresses her opinion about the proposal described in the letter. Briefly summarize the proposal. Then state her opinion about the proposal and explain the reasons she gives for holding that opinion.
You will now read a short passage and then listen to a lecture on the same topic. You will then be asked a question about the passage. After you hear the question, you have 30 seconds to prepare your response and 60 seconds to speak. You have 45 seconds to read the passage below. You may begin reading now.
Now listen to part of a lecture in a business management class. Today, we will delve into the concept of licensing in business management. Licensing provides a strategic avenue for companies to monetize their intellectual property. Let me illustrate this with an example. Imagine a software company that has developed a groundbreaking algorithm for data analysis. The company can license this algorithm to other software developers who can integrate it into their products. In this case, the software company acts as the licensor, granting the licensees the right to utilize the algorithm for a specified period. The licensee, in turn, gains access to cutting-edge technology without having to invest significant resources in its development. By licensing their algorithm, the software company can generate additional revenue streams by charging licensing fees or receiving royalties based on the usage or sales of the licensed product. Moreover, they can expand their market reach by allowing licensees to distribute the software globally. The licensing agreement will define the terms and conditions, including any exclusivity clauses or territorial restrictions. This example demonstrates how licensing enables companies to leverage their intellectual property, foster innovation, and create mutually beneficial partnerships.
Explain how the example from the professor's lecture illustrates the concept of licensing.
You will now listen to part of a lecture. You will then be asked a question about it. After you hear the question, you will have 20 seconds to prepare your response and 60 seconds to speak.
Listen to part of a lecture in a psychology class.
Today we will discuss defense mechanisms, which are psychological strategies that individuals unconsciously use to protect themselves from anxiety or distress. I will provide 2 examples to illustrate these strategies. Now let's begin with the first defense mechanism called repression. Repression involves unconsciously blocking or pushing away painful or disturbing thoughts, memories, or feelings from conscious awareness. For example, a person who experienced a traumatic event may repress the memory of it, making it difficult for them to recall the details consciously. The second defense mechanism we will explore is projection. Projection occurs when individuals attribute their own unwanted thoughts, feelings, or characteristics to someone else. It helps them avoid acknowledging those aspects within themselves. For instance, a person who has anger towards a friend may project those feelings onto the friend and believe that the friend is angry with them instead.
Using the examples of repression and projection from the lecture, explain 2 ways that defense mechanisms can be utilized to protect individuals from anxiety or distress.